The residents of Walford are suffering from the fallout of Gray Atkins, played by Toby Alexander Smith, crimes being uncovered and the serial killer finally being arrested. His wife Chelsea, Zaria Abrahams, recorded him confessing to the murder of his late wife, Chantel Atkins, Jessica Plummer. Gray was confronted by Karen Taylor, Lorraine Stanley, where he taunted her about her daughter's death and ultimately admitted to the murder of Kush Kazemi, Dawood Gadami. Now, everyone in EastEnders is dealing with the horror and shock of what he has done, with Chelsea confessing to Whitney, Shona McGarty, she wanted to give her son Jordan, who she shares with Gray, up for adoption, but will Whitney let her go forward with it? During Monday night's episode, Whitney returned from a long night at the police station where she had been questioned about her relationship with Gray and what she knew of his crimes. She walked into Kat Slater, Jesse Wallace, and Stacey Slater, Lacey Turner, sitting at the dinner table waiting for her to return. "I have to tell you something, both of you," before going on to reveal Gray has killed her ex-fiancé Kush. Whitney explained, "I think he was just jealous about what me and Kush had. We were supposed to spend the rest of our lives together, and Gray stole that from me. He has taken everything." In the Fox household, the family were still going through the motions and wondering how they missed the signs of Gray's abuse and murders. Niece Fox, Diane Parrish, came down from her daughter's room and said, "She's fine now, she's gone to sleep. Poor thing, she has been restless all night, and you know Jordan isn't feeding properly, probably because that Gray had him exposed in the cold all night. It's like as if he hasn't hurt enough people, now a poor little baby is suffering. This is a nightmare." Patrick Truman, Rudolph Walker, and Kim Fox, Tamika Empson, both decided to have a drink before Denise moaned at them for using their trauma as an excuse. Kim exclaimed, "Chelsea isn't the only one hurting about this, you know, in a lot of ways, this is worse off for the rest of us. We didn't have the heads up on Gray, Chelsea had the 411 on him. What is he? Walford's answer to Hannibal Lecter? We welcomed him into our family, yeah, and she knew what he was like the whole time." Denise interrupted and slammed, "Look, all I want is Jordan and Chelsea to make a fresh start and just put all of this behind them. Come on, it's not like we haven't made our mistakes in our time. I for one, should have seen the signs." However, Kim wasn't having anything her sister was saying and continued, "No, me and you would never knowingly get married to someone that we were told might be a murderer, that's the difference." Whilst their conversation was going on, they were unaware that Chelsea wasn't blissfully asleep in her room but had heard their whole conversation. Will her family thinking this way send Chelsea into a deeper spiral than she is already in? Chelsea confronted Patrick at the hospital over the conversation the three of them had in the morning. "It was a nice start to the day, my family basically accusing of hiding a murderer. I suppose I better get used to people gossiping about me. People can say what they want about me, but he doesn't," she added while looking over at her son. Patrick comforted her, "Now you have to concentrate on Jordan and make sure he has the best life possible, the rest is just noise." At the end of the episode, Chelsea was seen talking to her son and said, "Your granddad gave me this big speech once, he told me to go out and be magnificent. Truth is I am nothing special, got one thing right though, people are never going to forget who your father was and it is going to follow me everywhere. That's okay, though, because all I care about is you, and this doesn't have to be your life." Whitney entered the room whilst she was talking with 2 cups of coffee and apologized, "Sorry to interrupt." But Chelsea soon dropped a bombshell, The only thing that matters is Jordan, and I am going to make sure nothing bad happens to him ever again. I have decided when he is well enough, I'm putting him up for adoption," she added, leaving Whitney in shock. Whitney is distraught over the revelation Gray killed Kush over jealousy, so could she end up adopting Jordan in a twisted way to get her revenge on Gray? Or could she use the adoption of Jordan to make herself feel closer to Kush and live a life she thought they would once have? EastEnders airs weekdays from 7:30 p.m. on BBC One.